Hello, mathematicians. Mr. Regan here with your math lesson with Miss Yuka.
Good morning, mathematicians.
Your learning objective today is I can compare two three-digit numbers using the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. Your language objective is I can orally compare numbers using blank is greater than, less than, and equal to blank. Here we go. So for your first vocabulary word, we have greater than. And the greater than vocabulary sentence here is greater than is used to compare two numbers when the first number is larger than the second number. So looking at this, the 5 is circled because it is greater than the 3. And the word less than is used to compare two numbers when the first number is smaller than the second number. And you see here at the example is the 3 is circled, and because it is less than the 5. We're also going to talk about the word equal. And when we compare the two numbers, we want to see that they are the same. So they're having the same value. These expressions are balanced, and they balance the scale because they are equal. Okay, so that was 13 plus 5 and 10 plus 8. They both equal 18, so they are equal to each other. Okay. Here we go.
All right, we're going to start with our daily review. And this is the first one. So get your paper and something to write with. Get ready. Are you ready? I'm going to give you a riddle, and you are going to solve the riddle. So
I'm ready.
Mr. Regan's going to solve this one. And get your brain ready. It goes like this. I have 7 10s and 18 ones. Who am I? So I would like you to show me with your base 10 model, or you can use a place value disk. And once you figure out the number, I want you to write the number in standard form. So you can pause this video and you can come back and to compare answers with us. All right, here we go, Mr. Regan.
Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. And here we go. With this riddle, we had 7 10s and 18 ones. So who am I? Here I have it on my whiteboard here. And let's look at this a little bit closer here. So here we go. So with my riddle, I was thinking that it had 7 10s. So I made my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s. And then I was going to make my 18 ones, Miss Yuka. So I had my 18 and I showed 10 and 8. So I made that as my 10. So altogether I had 8 10s and then I had 8 ones left over. So my answer to the riddle is 88. Hope you got 88 too. Here we go. Problem number 2.
All right, I'll solve this one, Mr. Regan. Can you read it for me?
Yes. So your riddle is, Miss Yuka, I have 3 hundreds, 15 10s, and 2 ones. Who am I?
Again, pause this video and solve it, and let's check when you're done. Welcome back. This is what I have. Let's compare.
Let's see what you have, Miss Yuka.
So the riddle was 300s. I drew my 300s, 15 ones. I have my, 15 10s and 2 ones. But I knew that 10 10s make 100. So I have now 400. And I have my 10s here. That was my 50, 5 10s. And I still have my 2 here. So I did 400 plus 50 plus 2. And my number was 452. Is that what you got? Good job, guys.
Nice work, Miss Yuka. Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to our next one. So,
all right.
Yep.
So, today you are going to be comparing 3-digit numbers. And when you compare 3-digit numbers, you need to explain which number is greater than or less than or equal to. And some of the things you might say is like this. So you might say, I know this number is greater than or less than another number because this number has more or less hundreds or tens and ones than that number. So these are some things that you can use to explain your thinking. You will hear us do this today.
Here we go. And here's some more examples for you. So when we look at these numbers, greater than, less than, and equal to, it's just like we're reading, just like when you're reading a book from the left side to the right side. So this number is 510. Then I'm going to show my symbol to show that it is greater than 210. So here, just like we're reading, we want to read that number first. The 510 is greater than 210. We have another example. 423 is equal to 420 and 3. And that's an expanded form with my 400s, my 20 is a 2 10s and 3 1s. And that number altogether is going to be the same. That's equal to 423. So those two numbers are the same. Let's look at one more example here. Here we have 207. Remember, we're reading that number first because it's on the left. It's on that side, and we're reading across. 207 is less than 310. Okay, so we're using that symbol to show that it's either greater than, less than, or equal to. All right. Here now we're going to show those numbers, and we're going to model using our base 10 blocks or place value discs. We're going to use the symbols greater than, less than, or equal to complete the sentence. Here
now, so this is,
okay,
this is the first problem. And what you have to do is, like Mr. Regan said, you have to show it. Then you're going to use the symbol, try to read the sentence, but then the tricky part is to be able to explain how do you know one number is greater than or less than or equal to. So the first one is you're going to compare 105 and 135. So go and pause this video. You can model it with base 10 blocks or place value disc and compare those two numbers and tell me which number is greater than or less than or equal to, and come back and share. Mr. Regan's going to work on it.
Yeah. All right. Here we go, and welcome back, boys and girls. And here I'm going to show you how I would model 105 and 135 and how they're either greater than, less than, or equal to. So if I know that 105, I'm going to draw my 100s. Oh, and I see that there's a 0 there in the tens place, so I don't have to draw anything there. So I have 100, and then I'm going to make my 5 1s. Okay, so I have 105. Now I'm going to show 135. So I have my 100, 1, 2, 3, and then I have my 5 1s. Okay, so if I want to compare them, I see that the 105 has 105 1s, but 135, oh, it has the 3 10s there. So I know that 105 is going to be less than 135. Okay, so make sure that your model looks like mine. That way we can use our language to compare the two numbers together. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to model another example here for you.
Great job, Mr. Regan.
Thank you, Miss Yuka. All right, let's look at our next example. Here we go, and that's how we checked. 105 is less than 135. Here's another example that Miss Yuka is going to model for you. Here's 374 is either greater than, less than, or equal to 2 100s, 3 10s, and 4 1s. Remember to pause the video and come back and check your model with Miss Yuka's. Okay?
All right, here we go. Mr. Regan. All right, so this was my problem. So I modeled 370, so 7 10s and 4 1s. So that was 374. And this unit form here, 2 100s, 3 10s, and 4 1s, that was the same as 234. Now when I look at my model, I can see that 374 has 1 extra hundredth than 234. So I knew that 374 was greater than 234 because it has more hundreds. Is that what you got, guys?
I like that. And Miss Yuka, that looks like it's so clear because it's so easy to see. There's more hundreds. So even the 10s or the 1s don't really matter as long as there's more hundreds.
No, it does not.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, just looking at the hundreds, I could tell because that has the biggest value.
Okay. And we have
Hey.
one final example for you that Miss Yuka is going to share with you. We have expanded form. We have 257 is either greater than, less than, or equal to 257. So remember, pause the video, come back, and Miss Yuka is going to model it for you. All right? Good luck.
All right, here we go. This is my model. So 200, that means 200s, and 5 tens makes 50. So I have my 5 tens here and my 7 ones here. That was 257. That's exactly that number. So I knew that this expanded form, 200 plus 50 plus 7, is equal to 257.
Nice. Excellent. And so we got that to be equal to, right, so 257 is equal to 257. Nice work, Miss Yuka. I'm ready to play a game, Yuka.
Yes, and you get to go and play a game with a partner. You can play with your mom, your dad, or brother or sister. And we're going to model for you how to play this game called High Rollers. Okay, and this game will let you practice how to compare two 3-digit numbers in a really fun way. So I'm going to be playing the game with Mr. Regan. And if you have cards, you can use the cards from 1 to 9. If you don't have a deck of cards, then you can use the number generator, which we are going to put it on your slide. You can click it, and Mr. Regan will show you how you're going to set it from 1 to 9, and you will get those numbers, okay? So here we go. We're going to model for you how to play this game.
Right. So we're going to pick 3-digit numbers each. So we're going to use the numbers here, and here we go. And we're going to make our numbers, and they're going to look like this. Here we go. I had to open that up again, Miss Yuka. Sorry about that. Here we go. And so when you come to this site, you're going to change the max number here to make sure that it is from 1 to 9. And so when we pick our number, here we go. So Miss Yuka, your first number is 4. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to jot it down.
Okay. And your second number is a 2.
Okay.
The last number is a 3. So you got a 4, 2, and a 3.
And what I can do is I'm going to make, with those 3-digit numbers, I'm going to make my biggest number, but I'm not going to tell Mr. Regan yet. So I'm going to build my biggest number, and Mr. Regan, you get to pick your 3 numbers.
Here we go. For my first number is, I'm going to write a 7. I have a 9. And I have a 8. I got some big numbers there, Miss Yuka. All right.
All right, so guess what? So we're going to just take some time right now. We're not going to show your work. We are going to build the biggest number, and we're going to model using base 10, okay? So off you go, Mr. Regan. Don't show me your work.
Okay.
Okay.
We ready?
I'm ready. Okay, can I show you my number? My biggest number I could make with 4 and 2 and 3 was 423. I have 4 hundreds and 2 tens and 3 ones. What's your number?
My number was pretty big, Miss Yuka. I had 987. So I drew my 9 hundreds. I had 8 tens, and I had 7 ones. So I think it's pretty clear here. I think I have the greater number. So and you have the smaller number. So if we were going to write that in a number sentence, I think you go first because you had your number first.
Or if I put yours first, I can go maybe like that. 987 is greater than 423. And you can write it the other way too. If you wanted to write it, you can go 423 is less than 987. Either way, comparing our numbers. So good job. Well done. So what you're going to do is, this is how you're going to take a photo of your work and your partner's work, and you're going to put it on Seesaw so we can see the numbers that you guys built with your partner.
All right, boys
All
and
right.
girls.
Let me show you
Yes.
what to do first.
Sorry. We have, yes, your seesaw activity. I almost forgot about the seesaw activity today.
Sorry. The high rollers. So on the first page, on the first page, you're going to take a photo of you and your partner's work. Second seesaw activity for today is an exit ticket. We have a little worksheet for you to complete. The first part, you're going to use the symbol to complete the sentence. And the second part, you're going to use the word greater than and less than to compare the two numbers. So those are your two seesaw activities. It's going to be on your template.
What a fun math lesson today. Thank you, Miss Yuka. All right.
Enjoy your math.
Bye-bye.